Hi, I am Goddess Cree, and I am back with another divine message for Tuesday, February 24. The angel number is angel number 9. This is completion. Spirit is asking you to trust the transformation process and align your actions with your soul purpose. This will take you to a higher state of consciousness, and you are ready for the next phase. All right, so let's check the energy again. Let's see, what other message does Spirit have for collective? So my first video was basically warning you of who you should trust in the near future. So let's see, what does collective need to know? What's going on in the spiritual streets? Can we get another message? Let's see. Can we get another message? It says try again. Okay. What else? Try again. What else? There is not enough confidence to fuel the situation. Uh-oh. We're going to have to find out what this is about. What else? Give more of your time and effort. Okay? So, collective, we need to give more time and effort to something. Let's see. Spirit says trust your intuition. Okay? Right? What else? And it says do not give up. Okay. Thank you for that. All right. So, it says try again. There is not enough confidence to fuel the situation. Give more of your time and effort. Spirit says trust your intuition and do not give up. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see if this is my shadows deck. Let's see if we can find out. And of course, dropping cards on the floor again. Hold on for a sec. Let me get this. Okay. Okay. Confinement. Ooh-wee. What is going on here? It says you shall... As you sow, you shall reap. Somebody done... What we got going here? Confinement. And you shall sow what you reap. As you sow, you shall reap. As you sow, you shall reap. Okay. Okay. So it says you're breaking chains. So do you feel like you've been confined? Collective? Do you feel like you've been confined? This is talking about twin flame love. Oh my goodness. Okay, what else? So we've been through a death and a rebirth. Did this have to do with a twin flame? It says that you are not my master is here. My life, my rules. I am unchained. Okay. So that says confined, confinement. And this is as you sow, you shall reap. And then twin flame. And we have the crows as the messengers, which is talking about a death and a rebirth here. So, oh my goodness. And then we have the tempest. Some clouds and some rain. But we got the butterfly here. Okay, and then we have the World card. Okay, with another butterfly. And then we have, we have the spiritual cat, the enchanted cat, talking about your spiritual energy, your mystic power, your barriers against darkness. This is fortune's protection, inner magic, and divine force. Okay, so divine is with you. Okay, and then we have spiritual rooting here. So, Spirit is asking you to get back to your spiritual roots. Yeah, energy frequency shift. There is an energy frequency shift here. Okay, so yeah, sometimes you don't make it when it comes to twin flames. It's just they're meant to be. They're here to teach you lessons, and you are supposed to grow from that lesson. Sometimes you can make it, but you both have to ascend around the same time for it to actually work. So this says, try again. There is not enough confidence to fuel the situation. So either you or the other person was not confident. It says, give more of your time and effort. So this could have to do with your own self-worth. This has to do with your own ascension. Okay? It says, do not give up. So it looks like you no longer feel confined. Everybody knows that what you sow, you will reap. And it looks like you made it. You are no longer chained. You're no longer chained to the twin flame connection. Okay? So once that twin flame connection has been broken, then another person is assigned to you, and it should be your soulmate. So there was a death and rebirth here. You went through some dark times. Okay? This is the butterfly going through the storms. But you made it. Okay? And Spirit has the world to offer you. And you made it through the barriers of darkness. Okay? So Spirit is asking you to get back rooted spiritually. You notice the person sitting there near the tree. She's in the heart under the tree. She's loving the tree. She's loving Mother Earth. Get back rooted with Spirit. There was an energy shift here for you. Okay? So remember, Spirit says trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Okay, let's see. Is there a short message for the collective? I won't hold you guys too long. Is there a short message? Stay humble. This is the purity card. Stay humble. Okay. This was a wake-up call for you. This is the bell. It says listen to your intuition. This is your signal. This was your wake-up call. Okay. And this is the flow for you. So there was a frequency change. This is speeding. You felt that surge. So there was a frequency change for you. Okay. What else for the collective? So this is a sign for someone. This is the Seek card. This is talking about seeking guidance, or in that seeking of your guidance, you may receive a miracle. And then there's another card that came out. This is the Wisdom card. This is authority. This is Spirit giving you authority to move forward. This is that surge, that energy of frequency change. That is that surge. That's that frequency change that came in, that freed you from confinement. That was a hell of an experience for you. This is one for the wisdom. This is one to put in the books. Okay, you made it out. What else? Ancestor card. This is father. This is your elder. This is someone that was protecting you. This is the elder card. You were being protected. Here you go. The enchanted cat. Talking about barriers against the darkness. You were being protected the whole time. Back again. Spirit says trust your intuition and don't give up. Spirit says try again. Okay. What else for the collective? Anything else collective needs to know? Let's see. Reflection. Came out sideways. This came out in the first reading, but this came out in the crossing. A confession or repentance. Okay. What about this confession? This could be a fire sign. Okay. Anything else about this confession? Let's see. Anything else? Okay, so this talks about the road ahead. This is talking about your destiny. And old acquaintances. Okay, so we possibly have an old acquaintance that is going to come in and apologize. But it's in the crossing. If this feels like the first unexpected, beyond imagination. Spirit says there's a surprise. There's a surprise. There's another way when it comes to something. Anything else about this? And it's in the reverse, whatever this is. Spirit says it's not worth it. It's in the reverse. It's not worth it. But there's another way. This could be a fire sign. We have the yield card under the bottom, indicating you may need to surrender. You may need to surrender this. Okay, let's see what Tarot has to say about this situation. Tarot, tell us what you think. Too many. Way too many. Tell us what you think, Tarot. That's in the crossing. High Priestess. You know. Trust your own counsel. You don't want to. Spirit says trust your own counsel. That's why this is in the crossing. Trust your own counsel. Spirit says trust your intuition. It's right here. Fourth card out. You don't want to trust your intuition. Spirit says trust your intuition. You already know the answer. This could be a fire sign. This is talking about the future, the road ahead. This has to do with old acquaintances. Unexpected. This could be, but this says another way. It says this is going to be a surprise to you, but there is another way. And then worth came out in reverse. It is not worth it. The efforts won't be rewarded. Spirit is saying it's not worth it. You need to yield. You need to slow down. So keep in mind, Mercury retrograde starts February 26th and it ends March 20th. During retro Mercury grade. Okay? You don't make any decisions, any important decisions that are going to be life-changing. This is the time where it appears that the planets are moving backwards. If you were to look at the movement of the planets, they look like they're moving backwards. Google what I'm saying. Confirmation. Just got to take a notification. So we're about to embark in Mercury retrograde. Do not make any decisions. If you have been free from a situation, dealing with a twin flame, let it be. Let it be. Don't make any decisions on it right now. Spirit is asking you to yield, to surrender, let it go. Confession and repentance came out sideways. There's something not quite right with this energy. We also have the World card again under the bottom. And she doesn't have on any clothes, but I covered her. Okay? We have the World card under the bottom. We also had the World card come out in my little shadow deck here. Okay? So the World card is talking about a new cycle. This is talking about wholeness. If you are at your wholeness point, you can be whole without another person. Matter of fact, before you join with another person, both of you all should be whole alone. You should be able to stand alone. You should have your own tables with your own chairs and seats and your makeup on your table. Everything you should already have. You should not need another person to make you whole. So Spirit is saying, if you are already whole, stay that way. Do not make any decisions within the next 30 days or so, especially while we are in retrograde. Okay? All right. So you know what to do. You know what to do. So remember, this is going to be cause and effect. This has to do with what you reap, you will sow. What you sow, you shall reap. I don't know why I always say that backwards. So we have the Justice card here. This is cause and effect. There is consequences, good or bad. So keep that in mind. If Spirit brought you out of something that you felt like you were in confinement, whatever this apology is, you can accept this apology, but you need to let it go. Okay. Need to let it go. All right. So that's what angel number. Wow. Angel number says slow down. Okay. So if you watch my first video when I describe what you should be doing Mercury retrograde, okay, you want to slow down, especially with communication, so that you don't have any misunderstandings. Google it. That's what it says. Doing Mercury retrograde, okay? So reflection, crossing. Something is fishy about this confession or this repentance. This could be a fire sign. This will have to do with your choices for your future, down your path, and this could be an old acquaintance. Something is going to be unexpected. Spirit says it is not worth it. You need to yield. Angel number 0404. It says slow down. It says balance, power, struggle, force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors, restlessness, low vibration, warning. Wow. Tell me my freaking cards. Now come on now. Come through, Spirit. I'm connected to my ancestors and my guardian angels in the most high of love and light. It says, pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate and keep healthy boundaries. Come on now with the domino. Come on with it. You see it. You read it. That's what it say. Come on with that. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so let's check the signs. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm not going to get a spirit message. I'm going to leave it right there. That's confirmation for this reading. First 5 cards out. The pink one's up top. Try again. There is not enough confidence to fuel this situation. Give more time and effort. Spirit says trust your intuition. Don't give up. Don't give up on you. Not this twin flame stuff. Okay? High Priestess, the first card out. The world, the closing of a cycle. Letting you know that has been completed. Do not go back. Slow down. Keep your boundaries. Think clearly, especially through Mercury retrograde. First card out is Scorpio. Should resonate with the Scorpio. This should resonate with the Virgo. A Taurus. A Libra. An Aquarius. And a Sagittarius. If this is not one of your signs, this should be in your birth chart. In one of your placements. Once again, I am Goddess Cree, and this was a divine message. Please click that like, subscribe, comment. I hope you guys have an awesome Tuesday. I'll see you back on Hump Day. Bye.